The latest buzz in California is everyone's getting the heck out of here. The who's who of media personalities and companies are one by one leaving the Golden State. The black population is also showing a similar trend. In 1930, there was barely over 50,000 blacks living in California. By 1950, just 20 years later, that number had increased to over 250,000. And today, there's over 3 million. But guess what? That number is decreasing by the day. So in this episode of The Five, we're gonna talk about the reasons blacks are leaving my home state of California and the top 5 states they're moving to. Hi, my name's Jarrett, and welcome to The Five, where we share 5 interesting things in black culture and society in every episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified when we release new videos. In 1980, the population of blacks in California was 7.7%, and today it is just 5.5%. One major reason is because many blacks are looking for better opportunities for home ownership. Can you believe in Los Angeles the median home value is nearly $665,000? In San Francisco it is close to $1 million. Compare that to a city like Dallas, which is only $226,000. Also, California has the highest state income tax of all 50 states at 13.3%. and ranks in the top 5 for wealth inequality. California also has the highest state-level sales tax at 7.25% and ranks 3rd in the worst states to start a small business. So where are blacks leaving California and moving to? According to CalMatters.org's 2018 survey, here are the top 5 states that black Californians are moving to. We'll start at number 5 and go down to the most popular state. And at number 5, we have, surprisingly, Michigan. I have to admit, I was a little surprised to see Michigan on the list. In 2018, out of 75,000 black residents that left California, 5,109 decided to make the move to Michigan. For a state that has lost thousands of businesses over the last 5 decades, it's amazing to see this state finally making somewhat of a comeback. One reason for this comeback must be the ecosystem that is supporting entrepreneurs. Each year, Michigan continues to grow its venture investment activity, with 71 startups receiving more than $2.6 billion in venture capital investment in 2019. Making a 913% increase in the amount of capital invested over the past 5 years. Also, newcomers are coming back because of the below average cost of living. The average home price here is around $173,000. One thing to note, however, is blacks are also leaving Michigan, especially Detroit, at a pretty fast pace due to other problems that still remain there, like high crime and segregation. They are either headed to more suburban areas like Lansing, Michigan, or other areas down south. Make sure you do your research before you decide to make this your new home. Number 4, Arizona. In 2018, out of the 75,000 black residents that left California, 6,092 decided to move to Arizona. For many black Californians, weather is a big reason why they have stayed in California even with all the problems the state has. So it is no wonder that many blacks are choosing to move to the state of Arizona. Out of all the states in America, Arizona ranks as the number 1 sunniest state. The average home price is around $269,000 and the cost of living is 5% lower than the national average. Arizona's state income tax is 4.24% and has one of the lowest corporate tax rates in the country at 4.9% if you want to start a business or move your business there. Even though Arizona has a lot going for it, there are still some race problems. With only around 4% of the population being black, many African Americans have reported encounters with racism. And number 3, we have Georgia. Well, mainly the Atlanta metro area, but Georgia. Out of 75,000 black residents that left California, 7,172 left for Georgia. What black person has not considered moving to Georgia, or mainly Atlanta, if they're not originally from there? Atlanta has been one of the meccas of black wealth, entertainment, higher education, and culture in the last many decades. Georgia is not one of the sunniest states, but still averages around 215 days of sunshine per year. According to Georgia's Department of Economic Development, Atlanta ranks as the #1 city for Black-owned businesses, with more than 7,600 Black-owned businesses with paid employees. 8 Black-owned businesses in Atlanta were among the nation's 100 highest grossing African American companies. The median household income for African Americans here is nearly $42,000, which is higher than most U.S. metropolitan areas. Atlanta has 6 historically Black colleges, and more than 30% of the African American adults have college degrees. The median home price in the capital is $315,000, and the median home value in Georgia as a whole is only $195,000, both of which are significantly lower than California. In our list of the best cities for Blacks, Atlanta ranked among the top. But a lot of people expressed how unhappy they were that this made the list, mainly because of the growing congestion in the city. If you were moving from California, you know any congestion and traffic cannot be worse than where you already live, especially in LA. But make sure you do your research. Number 2, Texas. Out of 75,000 Black residents that left California, 9,909 left for Texas. Texas is a state that is high on my list of places I would move to if I left California. Whether it's Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, or Austin, all of them have a lot of benefits over California. Because it's a large state, Texas has a wide-ranging climate, but still ranks in the top 5 overall, with the state being sunny 60% of the year. Texas also is still a very affordable place to live, with the median home price in San Antonio, one of the most popular cities in Texas, being just $375,000. In Houston, the median listing home price is $289,900. For the whole state, the median home price is just $230,000. Housing costs in Texas are 54% less than in California. Out of all the U.S. states, Texas has the most Blacks at over 3.5 million, representing 12.3% of the population. According to a Fit Small Business study, Texas was named the 2nd best state for Black entrepreneurs. According to the United States Census Bureau, Black firms have grown 34% from 2007 to 2012. Also, there's no state income tax compared to California, which has one of the highest state income taxes at 13.3%. If you're looking to buy a home, make sure to look into property taxes in the area, because Texas does have a high property tax. And number 1, Nevada, aka Las Vegas. Out of 75,000 Black residents that left California, 10,022 packed their things and went to the state also known as the world capital of gambling. The biggest reason Blacks are moving to Nevada has to be the affordable living and proximity to California for those weekend visits to family and friends. A median home price, even in Las Vegas, the most expensive city to live in Nevada, is only $307,000 compared to the $665,000 in Los Angeles County. The state has no income tax, and the average 1-bedroom apartment is just $783. Las Vegas actually gets more days of sunshine than most places in California. But unlike California, the summers and winters are much more extreme. The average temperature in July is 104 degrees, with some days reaching over 112. And the average low temperature in January is 39 degrees, with even some rare occasions of snow. For a long time, you could only get a job in construction or inside one of the casinos. But recently, Nevada is seeing an influx of high-tech renewable energy and green tech companies creating more opportunities. Some issues you might want to be aware of before you make the move. In Las Vegas, the divorce rate is 50% higher than the national average, probably because of the pressure from the vibrant nightlife or the infamous quick weddings. It is called the playground of the US after all. Only 73.6% of high school students in the state graduate on time, the second lowest graduation rate after New Mexico. Also, tourism can be a problem if you live in the heart of Vegas and want to be on the Strip all the time. This is a state that most people either love or hate. So those are the top 5 states that Blacks are relocating to out of California. Do you live in California and you're planning, like me, to probably get the heck out of here? Well, let us know in the comments. That's it for this episode of The Five. We'll be back with another episode in Black culture and society.